Hey guys, Robotics here with a very quick achievement guide for Remains, which is a space survival game. This will take you roughly 5 or 6 minutes to get the full 1000 gamer score. So first of all, we get 100G for just starting the game. We're then going to start a new game. You can name this whatever you like, but I'm just going to call this one Die. I'm going to set it to standard and make sure you untick the bottom 2 boxes and then create world. This is going to load up a survival game mode, which you can die in, which is why we're doing this to get one of the achievements. Just hold B to skip the initial cutscene, and then you'll appear in a large void of space in what seems to be a debris field of an exploded ship. Once you gain control of your character, all we're going to do is face towards the planet and then hold in the left analog stick to sprint or boost forward towards the planet. First of all, you'll get an achievement for reaching a speed of 220 kilometers an hour, which should pop around now. And if you continue on towards the planet, after about 10-15 seconds, you will eventually die, giving you a second achievement that we need in this survival game mode. Once you get the black screen, it'll ask you to either respawn or return to the main menu. We're just going to return to the main menu, as everything else we can do in the creative mode. So eventually you'll get kicked back to the main menu, which we started. We're going to go to New Game. Just untick the bottom options again, make sure it's set to creative this time and give it a name, anything of your choice. I'm just going to call this one Build and then Create World. Again, you'll get the initial cutscene, which we can hold B to skip. And then once we're back in the debris field again, you can move around with both analog sticks and you can move on a vertical plane by using the left and right bumpers, which will allow you to float up and down vertically. Once we're in, what we're going to aim for first of all is some of the debris which is floating around in the field. What we're looking for is either a food or drink item, and once consumed that'll give us another achievement. So I'm just looking for something on the horizon that's rather small. Obviously the large pieces of debris are just bits of metal. So this first item I fly over to, looks like a piece of metal. I'll pick it up anywhere. That'll pop an achievement for picking up a piece of debris. But if you do pick up a food item, you'll also get that same achievement as well. So I'm floating around here looking for something else. Again, this just looks like another piece of metal. It's actually a wheel that I can't pick up. If you are struggling to find one individual piece of food or drink item, keep an eye out for these little crates that float around. So these are black and orange with orange lids. If you open those, you get a bundle of items, some of which are food. So there's one here, so I'll just tab across with the D-pad to select it and then pull right trigger to consume it. And then once eaten, what we're going to do is head towards this home pad where we started. If you do have odd items in your inventory on the bottom left here, you can select them with the D-pad and press up. That'll throw them out into the void of space and they'll eventually float away. Right, scootle over to this home pad. And then if you press the menu button on the Xbox controller, you can then scroll through this kind of summons menu. First of all, we want to get the portable destroyed ships locator. So just press A on that, tab across to the middle panel and then press A to create. We're then going to need a pickaxe, do the same for that, and a Boer. So select that. And then finally, we will need a blueprint from within this tools menu. So create that. You can press B. And then it's just a case of cycling through each of these items we've picked up. So just go into the portable scanner, press right trigger to turn it on, and then you can press up on the D-pad once the achievement pops to throw that out of space. Go over to the Boer, which I think the achievement's already popped for that, and just void that out to space. We're then going to take the pickaxe and we need to repair this console. So press the menu button again, and then we're going to tab over to resources, which is the second one in, and we're going to need 5 electronic parts. So just press create 5 times on that. And then we need 2 pieces of metal. So go down to metal and press create twice to create 2 bits of metal. And then finally, we need 4 wires, which is a little further down, and press create 4 times on that. And then once you've got those resources in the bottom left amongst your pickaxe, I'm going to float over to the computer here and press left trigger. That's then going to use those resources to repair the computer and pop another achievement. So we've only got 2 achievements left to go now. We need to summon a robotics workshop. So if you open the menu and tab across to the third one, which is kind of furniture items, scroll down till you find the robotics workshop, select that, press create, and that'll drop into your items menu on the bottom. Use the D-pad to select it, find a nice valid place to place it and press right trigger to place it down. So the last achievement is probably the trickiest of the lot. It is to create a 2x2 structure that you can house yourself. So if you select the blueprint, by default it's already selecting base floors. So just aim in the valid spaces where it'll snap onto and create a 2x2. You can then press left trigger to change the item on the blueprint, which we're going to change it now to wall and then outer wall. So once you've got it in hand, it should be able to then snap walls. So we're going to place the walls around the outer edge of this initial frame. Remember, you can use the left and right bumpers on the controller to move you up and down within the space. And then we're going to go to roofs again. So left trigger, select roofs or ceilings. And then we're going to put a roof on the top of this 2x2. And that should give us our very last achievement for remains. If you found this video guide useful, drop it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content from myself in the future, please do subscribe. And finally, I'd love to give a huge thank you to these beautiful people listed below that have decided to support my YouTube channel and become members.